Good people, good day wherever you're watching this video from, be it from within Kenya or outside Kenya. I thank you so much, the returning subscribers. And if we are interacting for the first time, I request you to hit the notification bell as well as subscribe so that the subsequent podcast videos will be uploaded and you will be notified immediately. Now, just as the title suggests, the August 2027 general election is done and dusted. And whoever thinks that there will be something different in the year 2027, the general elections that Kenyans will be going to elect their leaders, it is already determined, it is done, and it is dusted. And if you expect a different thing, you are either naive or you are living in a different world. And there are three things that are pointing towards the direction that the current administration will serve the second term and they'll get into office for the second term in 2027. The first thing that should tell you that things are changing, a good friend of mine will tell you the goalpost is shifting, is comparing what was happening last year, the year 2024, and the year 2025, things have changed. There are times, a time like this last year, when President Ruto was visiting different places, he would be welcomed with jeers and boos from members of the public, and majority of them were the young people. Today, as we speak, you see, it has totally changed. That means the current administration has gotten a way of getting into the youths who are disgruntled. That is the first reason. It should tell you that the cohesion between the attraction between President William Ruto and the young people is building slowly and slowly. And that is why you saw recently when our beautiful lady broke the record, that is by hugging a tree 72 times. What did President Ruto do? He called her and they met at State House. And once they met at State House, she was made an ambassador. I don't want to preempt, but I want to believe that this lady warmed the hearts of Kenyans. What was the reception of the members of the public who were online when they saw this young lady meeting President Ruto? Again, let's look at it. President Ruto, was it yesterday? I'm recording this video on, it is on 19th of December. And President Ruto presided over handing over of units in Nairobi. And we saw the reception by the young people. In as much as there are so many dubious things that are happening behind the scenes that we may not know, but the gentleman is getting into the hearts of the young people. And there are several outcrops from several places who the young people from different parts of the country are coming up to say that we are endorsing President William Ruto, we are supporting broad-based formation, and we are going with President Ruto 2027 and all that. So it should tell you that the 2027 general election is already determined. And if you think there is anything that is going to take place contrary to what is happening, well, it will be naive of you. Secondly, let us look at the opposition. The opposition are changing their narrative. A time like this last year, the narrative was, we want him out. And I can authoritatively say that there are so many people in the united opposition who are already warming up to President Ruto. They already know that there is no way they are going to form the government other than the Kenya Kwanza government. I may be wrong about this because This is speculation. But all the pointers are pointing towards a direction that the united opposition may not survive beyond August next year. That is 2026. If the united opposition will survive until August 2026, then the narrative will change. But as it stands now, trust me, the united opposition is dead and gone. It is no longer there. It only exists on purpose. The people who are forming the united opposition, they have lost focus. They are like a plane flying without a rudder. And a plane that is flying without a rudder, there is one definite destination. It will crash. So the united opposition is no longer a threat to President William Ruto. You talk of Rigathi Gachagua, the way he talks. You talk of Kalonzo Musyoka, the way he talks. It tells you that there is a disconnect between the members of the united opposition. For instance, why would the former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua claim that they have had a resolution with the Wiper party leader that Nairobi will be reserved for the DCP party? That one tells you there is a disconnect. And when all these are happening, President Ruto is just sitting and laughing at them because amejipanga. The third reason. There is a current registration of voters that is taking place. And how many people are registering? We thought initially that once the registration will be opened, we will see an influx of the young people who are disgruntled with the Kenya Kwanza government going to register themselves as voters. You know, you can't just take the government without votes. So lack of voter registration among the young people who are claiming that they want to vote President William Ruto out, it points to a direction that there is nothing like that is going to take place. And finally, the Mount Kenya voting bloc. The Mount Kenya voting pattern has been solid for all those years. And it is the first time when Professor Kithure Kindiki is the deputy president, that there are echoes of discontent that are coming from the mountain. And some of them are even suggesting that we can have a different mountain. We can have east and west. Because one faction has been enjoying the monopoly for all these years. But when another faction gets this position, they get disgruntled. And you know what this means? Unity of Mount Kenya will not be sacrificed at the expense of Rigathi Gachagua. No. The Mount Kenya has in this country, the bourgeoisie. The bourgeoisie are these people who own, who run the economy of a nation. Majority of them are coming from Mount Kenya. And the unity of Mount Kenya helps them to bargain. Trust me, these people are not going to allow the mountain to split at the expense of Rigathi Gachagua. And that means only one thing. They can decide to sacrifice another 5 years to strategize and put themselves at a point where they can easily get back to power. So, as I said before, the goalpost has shifted. If you expect a different result from the 2027 general elections, unless miracles happen. I believe in miracles though, but in politics, it is strategy, it is numbers, and it is tactics. And of course, resources. Without resources, you cannot get a political seat in Kenya. Because in Kenya, politics is a way to riches. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the headline beat, the political nugget for today. Be sure to subscribe, share this video, and let's meet in the next. Thank you.